What's up, What Nowers? This episode is brought to you in part by Tarri's Destination Weddings, a full-service travel agency where they specialize in planning weddings in the Caribbean islands and Mexico. Especially for busy clients, there are no worries as all of your wedding plans and guest travel arrangements are taken care of. Whether you're planning to elope or bring hundreds of friends, Tarri's Destination Weddings makes destination wedding dreams come true. For more information, see the link in the description below.
Come on, man. That's too easy. You never heard of me? Stupid.
Welcome to a mini episode of What Now with the dynamic trio, the terrific trio, the terrible trio.
I like terrific.
I like
Okay. The terrific trio. We're here to talk about some things that took place over the weekend. As you may or may not see on Tobias's screen, someone is celebrating here.
Yes, sir.
And as am I, because look at these horns down.
I mean, honestly, as am I. Bama's not in.
True.
So win for all of us. Look at that.
I won mine. I won mine.
Mm-hmm.
But, you know.
So, Jay, who you pulling for now moving forward?
I already told you after the selection committee. Go Huskies. Go Huskies.
Yeah, Tobias.
You abandoning this ship now.
Hey, look, I needed y'all to do one thing. Y'all did it for me. Abandoned.
Hey, we still the enemies here. Jeez.
Tobias, I really hate to tell you, but Michael Penix is from Tampa, and he's a lefty.
Oh, I don't care. I'm saying right
Sorry.
now.
And he said, and whoever Julio is, hey, I know you turned in there right now. Free Julio. I ain't forgot about you. I know y'all ready. Tobias, you look confused.
Yeah, I am confused.
Me too.
Yeah, I don't know what's going
I
on.
didn't see Michael Penix interview after the game.
No, I was asleep.
I went to sleep, bro. I was footballed out.
I was asleep too, but I saw it this morning.
Oh no.
He said, "Shout out Tampa, shout out." He said, "Free Julio, who was his homeboy, who was in jail."
He didn't have to do that. Free Julio.
Free Julio.
Free Julio. And my boy had a do-rag on. He wore a do-rag every game. Hey, Urban
That
for
is
the
funny.
culture. We riding with Mike. I was riding before he did all that, but
honestly, sounds like some Tampa behavior.
Hey, look, him, Lamar. Hey, they running things right now.
Mm-hmm.
It's like two totally different.
Florida boys. Hey, what was that song back in the day? Florida water.
Jamie, you know, you the Floridian here.
I know.
So why that sound like a reptile, Floridian?
Well, what?
It's not like an animal, a Floridian.
See, that's the type of
okay. We get off topic.
All right. We digressed. Part 50,000.
50,000.
So let's talk about Tobias. Let's talk about your game first. Alabama versus Michigan. I have thoughts, but I'd like to hear yours.
So my reaction to it?
Sure. Your thoughts, your react. Obviously, we know your reaction.
Well, first off, I'm actually grateful to God that I have a voice right now. I had to be put on a ventilator after I cut the game off I cut the game off twice. After I missed that field goal, I cut it off. I deleted Twitter and I deleted Facebook and I deleted Instagram. I deleted all of them that time.
Talking about quick to abandon ship, first of all.
Listen,
and not even abandoning, but the quickness that you downloaded all of them back too.
I did, yeah.
Right?
Yeah, I know. Let me get there. But
if you wouldn't have said that, I would have never knew you deleted Twitter. I saw you
right, because he was tweeting. He was firing them off.
Let me just give y'all some background here. I've been a Michigan fan since the 3rd grade. What is that? That's coming up on 20 years. Coming up on 20 years, y'all. Yeah, that's coming up on 20 years now. I think maybe 17, 15. I don't know. I'm not doing the math right now. Anyways, I've been a Michigan fan since then. Ever since we lost to Ohio State in 2006, I believe, is when I started liking them. So, okay, this team pretty good. And we entered the dark ages, Rich Rod era. It was terrible. We beat Ohio State one time in between these last 3 years. We had that fumble. Remember that he fumbled the snap. We had that. We lost to Ohio State on the 1 yard line. We won what 4 bowl games in the last 20 years. I've been through pain and misery, and I know when I see them boys go down by more than 7 in the fourth quarter, it's over. That's why I knew it was. I was like, it's over. So I cut off the game because I couldn't deal with it. Like I really could not deal with it. I was cussing it from my mom. Lord forgive me, but my mom was like, George. I was like, oh goodness. Yeah. So it was that. It was that. I was going through it. I was going through it. And some people try to fake it. But anyway, but my reaction to it, that was probably maybe biased one of the greatest college football games that I've seen. Because you think about the adversity, even behind the scenes that Michigan had to go through from the beginning of the season. Think about it, from the jump. Jim Harbaugh was suspended for 4 games at the beginning of the season.
That ain't got nothing to do with that one with this game.
Hear me out. No, but let me just build up and then I'll let you have the floor. But Jim Harbaugh was suspended for 4 games beginning of the season. Then you go throughout the season, and then Connor Stalions thing happens. And most teams, when this happens, and we all agree on this, they crumble. That's it. Like when you have a big scandal like this, think about Penn State, think about Ohio State. That's it. Like the program goes all the way down. They rallied together, got back and beat a couple teams, and then they're on the way to Penn State, the Happy Valley, one of the biggest games of probably their toughest game outside Ohio State, probably the toughest game in Happy Valley. They have to go there to a Penn State stripeout, and when they get off the plane, they learn their head coach is suspended. They go in there with their interim backup, and they never lost the lead. Beat them fair and square, then beat Maryland. Ohio State comes up, they put a whooping on them as well. All this without Jim Harbaugh, too. Without Jim Harbaugh. They come through the Big Ten Championship. They win that. Then 2 days before Christmas, they get allegation notice from the NCAA again, saying that they're actually going to face some punishment. We don't know what it is, but apparently they told them already. So Michigan knows this is before their big game, before Bama. And now everyone's saying the hatchet's coming down. Oh, they're scared. You see what's it called? They're scared, the reaction and stuff. Had all that stuff, and then later you get to the game, they had self-imposed adversity too. That those muff punts, fumbles, they overcome so much adversity to win that game. I'm sorry, that was probably that was the greatest game I've seen from Michigan. The greatest game I've ever seen, and one of the best college football games that I've seen. That's my reaction to it, but I'll let you answer it.
This episode of What Now is brought to you in part by the best place to find Christian apparel and accessories, Christ Gear. Be bold, be strong, be courageous. For more information on where to buy Christ gear, see the link in the description below.
I just want to say that all of that build up and all that stuff before that happened at the game has nothing to do with how great the actual game was. I just want to say that.
It was a story. It was absolute cinema. You see those memes? Absolute cinema. That's exactly what it was.
So if none of that would have happened and the game played out exactly how it did, it would still be one of those games, or no?
What do you mean? Like if none of that happened?
Yeah.
No, I don't think it would be a good game, but no, because the story behind it, and you had even on Bama side, you had they're talking about Nick Saban, like shoot, he's about his reign's almost over. Questioning Jalen Milroe, talking about how my coach said I shouldn't be. You had all these.
He was right.
I'm a fan of him. Sorry,
I like Jalen, but this wasn't all him though. I think
but whatever the last play was. Why was that
what we
decided to go for?
We'll get to that.
Okay. But responding to what Malin said.
I'll say what my reaction to the game was. Definitely wasn't the greatest game. Me and Jamie know what the greatest playoff game was.
No, we don't. Anyway.
See?
She does know what I'm talking about.
I know what he's talking about. And
that's what it was too.
They brought it up last night too. I was so pissed off. I said
that was a great game.
That was a good
game. That was a minute ago.
Can we all quickly agree that the Rose Bowl is probably the best, I think, sporting event?
Elijah said he would rather go to the Sugar Bowl. He would rather play.
Really? Come on, EJ. The Sugar Bowl?
Well, he's biased.
I'm going to go.
That's more biased for me because Georgia usually plays in the Sugar Bowl more.
I went to the Sugar Bowl when we played.
That's probably why, man. But Rose Bowl, that's fun.
The game was a great game. I will say that was a great game. Those parts between the second and third quarter that it got kind of stale, but I like the fact that, even though there was a bunch of plays that could have turned either team, the momentum could have shifted. They both kept fighting back. And I ain't gonna bring up that last play yet. But I do want to say, Jalen Milroe, I'm sorry. I ain't gonna say you shouldn't play quarterback, but
Right? He just needs a little more time.
if that was a NFL quarterback, I think that game would have went a different direction. If you know what I mean, like that was the actual prospect, that quarterback. I think that game could have went a different direction.
Well, no, I don't know about that because
Also, real quick,
we controlled the trenches. They
also
controlled
real quick,
the trenches the entire game.
if you think, also on the flip side, I ain't gonna even just talk bad about Jalen.
I know exactly what you're about to say.
If you think JJ McCarthy's a first round quarterback, you ain't watching the game.
Look, you didn't watch him this season. That's my mentality. That's my retaliation.
Y'all weren't playing no high caliber defenses.
Thank you for bringing this up.
That is not a first round quarterback, dog.
Let me
and you watched Michael Penix play last night.
Yeah, Michael Penix is a top 2 probably. I think the best. Michael Penix proves himself to be the best quarterback in the draft. But I will say this because I'm saying this to every single Bama, UGA, SEC fan that does not watch a lick of football outside of the SEC.
No, that's not what
JJ don't have first round talent. You do not watch him. You don't.
So how many quarterbacks you think will get taken in the first round? Because he's definitely outside the top 5.
That is. Oh yeah, no, he's not. He ain't no top 5.
No, outside the top 5 quarterbacks.
Oh no, you said outside or in? Wait.
Yes, he is outside of the top 5.
Hey, no, I'm with that too.
How do you think going in the first round?
I think he has the talent to be there. We just don't give him the stages. We don't. Listen, y'all do.
Hey, I'll tell you like this. I ain't ever seen a top. I never seen a top program not go through their top prospect quarterback. Like Stetson Bennett was not a top prospect quarterback, but our offense ran through him. You see what that did? You see, it did.
It ran through the run game, and that's what we do. And even they asked him, Balin, they asked him.
I ain't never seen a first round quarterback get used.
Let me finish.
3 times in a second half. Who does that? Who does not trust their first round quarterback in a game like that?
You finish? You finish? I'm gonna let you finish because I'm about to say this.
Go ahead.
I don't want you interrupting me right now. I don't.
Go ahead.
Okay, you done? They asked him this question after the game. They said, JJ, you see all these QBs. There's been lots of talk how your coaches talk about Fox and all them are talking about how they think you are up, that you have that first round talent. Same with Caleb Williams, same as Drake May, same as Jaden Daniels, Michael Penix. But it looks like you aren't getting the opportunities or not calling the plays. Do you ever get affected by that? He was like, no, we're going to do what we need to win. And that's a formula that Michigan needs. They need an unselfish quarterback. They need a quarterback that is fine with throwing these 5-yard dink and dunks and just being a game manager at that point. We are fine with that. And that's what he's been. He's been a system plug and play quarterback. And I'm telling you right now, you can mark that. What is this? The January 1st.
Write it down. 2nd. Get the black book.
Huh? Get the black book.
It's brown.
Black book. Because when he gets drafted, I'm telling you, oh man, it's gonna be such an upside draft. Because where he's gonna get drafted is gonna be an upside draft. Because he didn't get, we never called the plays that are actually fitting to his skill.
So we ain't gonna say nothing about the draft, but where would you say in this? We're gonna come back to this in the next 2 years. In this next quarterback draft, he is the top what?
Oh no, I put him at 6.
He's the number what?
He's gonna be the 6. He'll be the 6th in this draft. I think he's gonna be the 6th, but I am saying
like next year, like either next year or the year after, we'll be like in 2024's draft, JJ McCarthy was the second best quarterback, the third best quarterback.
This next year, he's a top 3 quarterback.
He won't do well in the NFL. Write that down.
Yeah, no, write that down too. Because I'm coming right back to this. I am. And yes, thank you. I am. I ain't gonna say no more. Just please write that down. January 2nd, 2024. I'm telling y'all, that's gonna be the best upside quarterback that's drafted in this draft.
I'm gonna give my thoughts on the game now since we went another direction.
Go ahead.
And the only reason, it was a good game. It was a good game because it was so close, because both teams were trying so hard to beat themselves. And y'all really almost did.
Yeah, no, that punt returner.
Dude, I don't know what. that special team. We didn't show to Pasadena. I don't know where did they get off the plane?
That was rough. Special teams really lost
stadium steps after that. That
the game
was
for both.
sloppy as it's honestly a miracle that we got the overtime. It really is.
Yes.
I mean, credit that they fought back that well. We got some breaks from
That's what
Alabama.
I'm saying. I like the way they fought. I will say that.
They fought well, but
Wilson saved y'all season.
That was our
Ooh,
our B game.
Wilson saved y'all season.
Ooh, Roman Wilson
it was so pretty.
he the truth, bro. That catch was beautiful. But
It was
He
so
saved
pretty.
y'all season, no.
it
Because
makes me
if he doesn't jump that high, that is literally a game-ending
I don't know
interception.
how he got that.
it was tipped at the line too. So I was like, dang. And as soon as I saw it, I was like, that's a high ball. And he got it. I was like, oh my God. That's when I was like, let's go. But it's comforting to know.
It's crazy how it stayed a spiral too.
Because it's that
Mhm.
first round talent arm. That's why.
Anyway,
That's not how that works.
Why. Thank you for admiring that. Thank you for admiring that as well.
I admired the catch mainly.
Yeah, that is all.
Okay, tomato.
JJ did nothing impressive last night.
Correct.
You know, you're right. Yeah, because that was our B game. We beat Alabama with our B game. That was our B game.
That's the same game y'all been playing all year.
No, see, that's how I know you gonna be watching us. That's how I know.
Y'all have not
You
played
don't watch
anybody.
them. I've watched Alabama, maybe not every week, but I've watched Alabama. I've watched Georgia. I watched all
Y'all played Ohio State. Y'all played Ohio State, Penn State, and Bama, and they were all close games in which y'all were not impressive.
Who? In the Ohio State game? Were you watching when I watched? The Ohio State game?
I ain't gonna lie, I didn't. But
exactly, man. You can't talk.
I don't have to watch. I don't have to watch it play for play.
Yes, you do. You gotta.
Y'all haven't been that impressive. Y'all have been. I don't know the best way to put this. Y'all been doing what y'all supposed to do. How about that? But that's not impressive.
This year was horribly impressive.
Where we at?
That's not impressive.
And where we at? Where
So,
we at?
So
What you mean? So that's the whole goal of it.
All right.
Y'all can still two things can be true. Y'all can be winners, but not impressive.
Okay. No, actually.
Because no one was impressive this year. You were the best mid team.
I think Washington been the most impressive, in my opinion.
Yes, you can call it what you want.
Let's just talk about this last play, Mister. That was a good play call, and that they had previous success with it in the earlier in the game, and that they should have ran that in that situation.
What was that? What was that?
All right, now that I do have new information, so the play call was still bad. It wasn't atrocious, like I said.
That's all.
It was bad though, in a sense.
You acting like it was the worst call. You acting like it was like Seattle play call.
Live, it was. But after I got to go see different things and all that, of what the play was supposed to be.
Exactly. Thank you.
But it still wasn't. It wasn't a play that we both thought it was going to be. That play that they did early in the drive, it was more of a, like I said, a counter. He stepped one way, and then he had his guards pulling across, and he ran diagonal to the other side of the field, wide open.
Exactly.
But that play, it looked like it was just going to be a QB power. Like straight up, me versus the world. Like, come on. That's what it looked like. But going back and looking, potentially, because nobody knows what it was really supposed to be except the people on the field. But potentially, it looked like an RPO.
Yeah. But
either way, like I said, why the play call was still bad. If the snap was good and he would have made that throw to the back, he wasn't covered, but he still had a man. Like it would still would have been
angling at him. Yeah,
it would have been like a race to the pylon, which still couldn't have gone their way. Like I would have liked for either a little more trickery or like a better design or something, or let somebody else get the ball. Because like I said, everybody in the world knew who was touching that ball, who was going to run it. Even if he would have maybe threw it or whatnot, everybody knew Ford was about to try to make a play to get in the end zone. Yeah. So that's why I feel like it was still a bad play call, because I feel like you could have put it in somebody else's hands since they were all keen on him.
I'm glad you said I'm on that same boat. I don't know if I want to label it a bad one. I'm more optimistic. I don't think it was the best. I guess we agree on. We just labeled it different things, but I agree with you on that. There was probably some better ones. I know the one that was working for them, but we shut it down. The whole fourth quarter was that triple option but it was like a triple option shovel. Like he faked like it was a read option.
Mhm.
Then the guy ran in front of him. He just pitched it. But we shut that down. And that's the play I would have. They should have saved that for that moment and ran that play.
I would have ran more, use the motion, but go in front of the quarterback to make it look like more like another type of option play. Tight end pop over the top.
Yeah, something like that. Something like that would have been good. I mean, I don't know, because you in that scenario, you want to run what you've practiced the most, what you know your guys.
You practice the most, but also something that throws them off guard that they haven't seen a lot of.
Yeah, and maybe they did have that, and they just didn't execute it right, because it came down. This game came down to executions that both of them were sloppy, but Michigan just executed better, and it's more specifically on defense. That defense was it. Listen. They played like a championship caliber.
I'm not gonna lie, those first 4 sacks and like the first 6 dropbacks, like that's why I tweeted. I was like, I'm just wondering if they can do that the whole game. Because if they can, it's over.
I mean, and y'all, actually, Jamie, you may not like this. You may think I'm being over exaggerated, but that was SEC caliber defense right there.
I'll give y'all that, especially that first quarter. I got to give y'all that. That was some of the best defensive line play I've seen all year.
I felt it. I mean, not gonna say I called it coming, but like you could, if you watching their their last 4-5 games, you felt it ramping up. After when a Penn State game hit, that defense stepped up a notch. Then Ohio State, they really stepped up. I mean, they were flying around, popping people. Iowa, Iowa, they did their thing. But then Alabama, I'm not surprised. I'm not gonna say I'm surprised, because I'm not really surprised that they did that, but I'm just more impressed that it actually got to that level, because the last 2 years, our defenses were just as good, in my opinion. But it's something about the bright lights, like they just didn't show up. I don't know what it was, but the defense is really what won the game. It wasn't on JJ. I'm not saying JJ is the GOAT. I'm not over him like Justin Herbert right now. I know he's not the best out there. He did his job. Blake, nice. Blake, nice.
He was making me mad at first, but
yeah,
he's the type of running back that I like. Like,
yeah,
no matter how much you getting shut down or not doing good, starting off, like you keeping that same intensity, and you gonna break eventually, and that's what he stayed to. I like that.
That defense is really what won the day. People, and it's not being said enough. It really ain't. They're more focused on JJ and Blake Corum, and the game was won by Mason Graham, number 55, white boy in the middle.
Oh, he's massive.
Yes.
I literally said that yesterday.
I didn't know they were. I knew their size, but I didn't think they're that big. So I saw them standing next to Bama. I was like, oh my God.
Michigan and Texas has the biggest players, like, no doubt. I can't lie.
I did not know that. I didn't know they're that big. Like, because, in the big house, the camera's so far away, so you can't really tell how big they are. But in the Rose Bowl, you saw them standing next to all the Alabama line. And Alabama's line is huge. And there's like standing side by side to him. And then like Hosea Stewart on the last play, when he pushed that tackle and he hurt his knee, bro, that was incredible. It was incredible. Special. I'm sorry y'all can hear my loud mouth, but bro, I ain't never been to this level.
Hey, you're right. Hey,
I ain't never been.
Hey, I'm happy for both of us, because we went through elementary, middle, and high school with nothing.
I see why you was talking like you. Now I understand how you feel now. Like, bro, I was smiling, like going to bed.
Like, you ain't there yet. Y'all still got a little ways to go, but
yeah,
just getting over that first hump feels great.
Yeah, and that's my last comment game. And then we move on. But and speaking from Michigan fan perspective, I think we will win it. But even if we don't, I'm not gonna be as defeated as before.
Come on now. Well, we done talked about this.
I knew he was gonna go that way, but I'm just telling you how.
Talked about this
because this win was so emotional, and it meant so. As a Michigan fan, bro, like it meant so.
I think it's because y'all played Bama.
Yes, and that's part of the degree. We played Bama, and then people was counting us out. People was like, "Bro, y'all can't hang with the SEC," and they did it
because soon as Bama got picked in the playoff, that's all I heard. Bama winning the chip. Bama winning the chip.
All I heard,
and that's what was getting me. That's why I was just so mad. I was like, Bama not beating Michigan. I had to go ahead and tweet it, and everybody watch. And you see
exactly, and
had to put back out. Yeah.
And then even with the thing, and like, and one of the players, they finally started speaking on it. There was like, we wasn't scared of Bama. It's like they literally just wanted easy, like they said straight, we just want easy layup with Florida State. That's why they went, oh, because they did. I mean, I've done the same thing.
And I'm sorry, you just brought it up, but quick, just real quick.
You're right.
That was not a justification for why Florida State shouldn't have been in. I still don't
Thank
care.
you.
I don't care. It's just the
I'm
fact
so
of
tired of all the tweets
Right,
about
you're
that.
right.
Those-
I ain't gonna lie,
those
Florida
are the
State fans, y'all gotta chill out.
Yes.
Yeah,
Why
I
they
don't
leave?
y'all straight up, y'all are not the national champions,
Thank you.
and y'all wouldn't have drug all these teams. Y'all getting it twisted.
You saw Jordan Travis tweeting and something like, bro, y'all was
Yeah,
not gonna do that.
That
You was
did
not
get to
gonna
me
do
because,
that.
like, hold on now. You just sit still. Sit still. Because y'all would have been in the playoffs if you wasn't hurt, but
Y'all was gonna win that.
it wouldn't have been easy at all. But
And-
like I was about to say, just real quick,
Yeah.
just because he got hurt doesn't mean they shouldn't have got a chance. And they're sitting there, we didn't want to watch the blowout. Y'all don't know what would have happened. Jalen Milroe is not just this big up and above quarterback. Like, Florida State second string might could have been serviceable. We don't know that. You got to give people a chance.
Better.
That's all I would say.
Bama's defense is overrated, and I'm gonna say that right now. I can say that it was very overrated because we was pushing them boys, and no, that
Us
we
line was
didn't have our
pushing.
number one player in. We didn't have Zach Zenner in. He was the best guard in the nation. He's a projected top 10 pick before he got his knee hurt. But we didn't have him, and we were still pushing him around. So I'm sorry, Bama's and I said that people thought I was stupid. I said I think we've seen the best defense already, two of them, and well, actually not anymore. I guess it's proven wrong. Penn State was the best defense that we ever seen this year. The way because those first couple of minutes of the Ole Miss game, but there was young guys. But you saw us talking about. You see how they was flying around. That's what Penn State was doing to us.
Yeah.
And so that's why I said like I wasn't worried about Penn State's. I was more worried about like their offensive line on our defensive line.
But now this is my question for y'all. How you think your defense line gonna fare next week with the gym? What's the reward winner? Their whole offensive line.
Joe Moore.
How you think y'all gonna fare with that? Because Michael Penix ain't get touched last night.
You want me to answer this now, or you want to talk about Texas and Washington? Which one? I can answer now.
You're not gonna answer.
I answer now. But anyways, my response to that is that this entire defense has faced a Joe Moore award-winning line for 2 years straight. They're on. We see him every year, every day.
Look, hey, no, this is a different year. That's a different offense.
Call what you want, dog. This is the same. It's the same defense,
Bro. Look,
same different offense, same defense.
y'all are gonna manhandle their defense, but what is y'all defense gonna do? Because those boys, that's the best receiving core in the nation, like you said a month ago.
Yes,
And that quarterback just flew up the draft boards because he moving around the pocket. He ain't even fast. He moving around the pocket, twist his hips and snap the ball in a split second, bro. Like
the key is the reason why they wanted Joe Moore isn't because of the run game. The run game's solid, but it isn't because of the run game. It's because of their pass protection. So my theory, if I'm Jim Harbaugh, what I'm telling my defense coordinator is forget trying to shut down Michael Penix. Force him to take those underneath routes, make them work their way upfield, get them inside the 20, and literally cut out all your receivers and make them run the ball. That's my thing. That's your best gamble is to play the ball control game because say right now they're not going to be able to stop I don't think they're going to be able to stop our offense right now. We can control that ball, hold it for as long as we want. And if they play that ball control possession game, I don't know if Washington will be patient enough. So, it's kind of like Kansas City. Remember how Tampa Bay beat Kansas City in Super Bowl a couple years ago. What they did because Kansas City was so used to pushing upfield, throwing these deep shot. All Tampa did is put two high safeties and told their front five get after it, and they got after it. And Mahomes was seeing stars out. He knows what's going on basically. Not saying we're gonna do that to Michael Penix.
so we gotta see the
Not saying we're gonna do it to him, but
they kept him clean.
Yeah, it's like he's better than CJ Stroud. He better than CJ Stroud.
And it's true, but I'm so tired of everybody sit here and talk trash about 5th and 6th year guys just because they've been there a while. But bro, that like what he did last night, that's not something. What's Tennessee quarterback from last year name?
Hayden Hooker.
That's not Hendon Hooker. That's not Stetson Bennett. Like this is quarterback talent. Like
Yeah,
He is above and beyond a lot of prospects, no matter the age.
I agree.
And just like those type tweets and stuff only start coming in when they see people start having success.
Mm-hmm.
So I just want to throw that out there because I started seeing because I ain't gonna lie, people were getting a little jumpy last night talking about some Penix just passed Caleb Williams as a prospect, and everybody's like, all right, now hold on now.
I don't know. I don't know.
And then like,
I think they're close, but I'm
but
still thinking Caleb.
it's like I understand what people saying it though, because it's like, yeah, Penix is year 6 and what Caleb Williams is year 3. Like, of course, it'd be there should be some differences there, but I don't know. He put on a masterclass last night.
Penix isn't as elusive. I think Penix is Caleb Williams without the elusiveness. What makes Caleb Williams special is elusiveness, but they can make almost the same type of throws. Both of them can. It may look different, like Caleb may can do like off his back foot and stuff. Like
I think Penix is more accurate.
I think so too. I was
He
like, yeah, I think
he was like bullseye last night on some of those throws, like
side
20
arm.
plus yards too.
Like I was seeing the how I'm like, dude, I don't know how we did good against we did good. We really haven't even seen a quarterback. That's what really terrifies me. The closest we've seen is Talua from
Yeah.
Maryland. That's the closest, but like that's what scares me. And what gives me hope though is that we came with a strategy against CJ Stroud 2 years in a row. And it was that strategy just talked about. Make them work upfield because they're impatient. Because they're used to getting their deep shots. So you do a nickel package. You don't do cover 4 because cover 4 I'm learning is actually a run package. Cover 4 really is, and it's natural theory. You run your cover 3 or whatever, get your safeties back, make them work up the field, and force them to get greedy. Basically, want to do because I believe we got Will Johnson back there. Josh Wall he stepped up, dude. He looked bad in the year. He gets the most improved. Him, Rod Moore, he had the game-winning interception against Ohio State. Our DBs are solid. Like I'm not too worried about them, but they just need to stay. They need to be conservative. They don't need to be aggressive. I don't want them being aggressive. Swat the ball. Just like don't be trying to be a hero out there because these are some different. This is honest. I don't know because we've seen this 2 years in a row. We've seen Marvin Harrison, Garrett Wilson, Chris Olave, and Jackson Smith and Jigba, all 4 of them on the same team in 1 year, and we still beat them. That's the only thing that's giving me hope. Only thing that's making me.
Let's see this Washington closer to old LSU.
Yes, I was just about to say, yeah, brother, they're closer to
Them
that.
boys were putting
Except
on
they
a
can't
show
run the
last
ball.
night.
Except they're not as good as running the ball. Now, actually, it's just they don't want to run the ball.
Ozume would have started on LSU. I don't care.
Uzume that's their lead back or is that their?
Huh?
I thought their lead back got hurt, right?
That's their best receiver, Washington's.
Oh no, Uzume. Oh yeah, Uzume's a dog. Like
Yeah. He would have started. He started anywhere in the country. I don't care. Anywhere.
Will Johnson will be on him the whole game. But like I said, we already faced the best receiver in the league in college football. He just ain't had no quarterback. But we beat him twice, so I ain't really worried about that. Like actually the same guy locked him up twice. Will Johnson locked him up last year, and then he locked him up this. Well, actually, he didn't really lock him up because Marvin Harrison, but he strapped him in a couple times. He had his pass deflection and his pick on him. So Will Johnson, I'm confident. And then Will Johnson strapped up Burton. Burton was quiet the entire night.
Burton was quiet.
And Will Johnson had him strapped in. So, but yeah, I know we talk about Bama and Michigan for a while, but
well, we kind of already talked a little bit about Washington, but let's get into that because.
Oh yeah, so, Jamie, tell us how you. So tell us what. Let me actually. You've been doing the question, so let me question you now, Jamie. Let me question you now. So what kind of fan? Let the people know who do you rep? Who do you represent?
The Oklahoma Sooners.
Boomer Sooner, baby.
Boomer Sooner.
So you were happy to see Texas go down, right?
Listen, I fell asleep. The game was too late for me. I had an early patient today.
It was.
I had a 7 a.m. patient. It was time to go to bed. So we had it on while we fell asleep. Listen, apparently I really cared about who won this game because I had a dream that I woke up and checked my phone and Texas won. And I was so upset. And I woke up this morning and was like, oh man, they freaking won. I have to deal with this. And then I realized I didn't check my phone. So I checked and saw they lost. When I tell you, I think a tear welled up in my eye. Oh,
Hey, Jamie, I'm not gonna lie.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is supreme hating.
Hey,
it warmed my soul.
I had a tear for Michigan. I'm not gonna lie. I had a little something go right there.
Oh, I cry over sports all the time.
I ain't gonna lie. But all right, but anyway, back to Texas. You said something earlier in the year. Is Texas actually, has your mind changed? Is Texas still who you thought they were, or did they actually prove themselves that they've taken the next step? But they still have obviously still have another step to take. But do you think that do you think they're back?
No, I mean, like we were saying earlier, I don't really think anyone was impressive this year. So I don't think Texas was good. Yes, they were good, but they still weren't all that. Not to me. Sorry. Sure, they'll make the playoffs.
I like that they took a building step. I like that they did that.
Yeah. They're not back, but they're good. They're going to be good.
I don't want to say they're not back. Because when we say back, are we saying Vince Young days or Colt McCoy days when we say back?
I don't know, bro. Because Texas, and you look at the blue chip ratio, Alabama had 88%, right? Texas had 66, and Texas has had higher in the past. And to me, I'm sorry, when you have the blue chip, your standards automatically raise. And at that point, it's less on the players and it's more on the coaching. Because that means you're not getting them, they don't have the right mindset. You haven't coached them well enough in the offseason. You haven't prepped them enough to play in these type of big moments. So to me, it's more on the coaching at Texas, more on the program at Texas, more than it is the players, because they're getting players. The brand, it's Texas. I know you're Oklahoma, but it's Texas. Who wouldn't want to go play for Texas? If Texas offered you, and let's say Bama turned you down, Texas offered you taking Texas. It's Texas Longhorns. I mean, all these historic, players that went there and everything. It's Texas. So to me, I don't think Texas is back. I think they're around.
But you didn't answer my question. What back are we talking about? Vince Young back or Colt McCoy back?
Not even Colt McCoy back, dog.
Because they didn't win. They were just relevant.
No, because they were good. They were real good with Colt McCoy.
With Colt McCoy, they would be considered. Well, I ain't gonna go that far because they did go to the championship.
They were top. They were.
I want to say Penn State, but like I said, Penn State hadn't been to a championship in a while. But like they're like Penn State and Iowa, kind of like they're always they're in that category now. They're going to always be in the top 10, maybe even burst in the top 5 a few times.
Yeah.
But they just I gotta see the chip.
Yeah, and for me, it's not even that, but I got to see top 4 talent. They didn't look like a top 4 team, and I didn't even think they were a top 4 team going into this playoff.
That's what I said.
It's because when I've watched 3 Texas games this year, and the one that left the worst, even the one they lost against Oklahoma, that left the worst taste in my mouth. Because if you want to be considered a top 4 team, it is, to me, you either need like Washington, a dominant offense like that, or you need a solid defense. Really, it's a defense. The defense has to be be a top 4 team, and we did not see that from Texas this year. And really, the defense, to me, it sets the tone of the whole team. How are they getting after it? How fast are they getting up off the ball? What's their intensity? I didn't see that at all this entire year from Texas. I didn't see it one time, except for Bama. Bama, they're flying around that game. Yeah, I think because it was Bama, so everybody's playing at that high level. But their defense just doesn't look like they got that fire in them. They don't have that dog. They ain't got the dog in them, as George says. They ain't got that dog.
That dog in them.
They really don't. And that's, so to me, Texas, like I'm with all y'all. I think we all is that Texas ain't back. They just around right now. They're back around.
They're around the corner.
Yeah, they're around the corner. Yeah, I like that. They're around. Texas is around the corner, but they ain't back. They ain't back. You can see looking at them.
They definitely, I hate to say it, Jamie, but they took y'all's spot, as in that Big 12 team. When Lincoln Riley was at Oklahoma, Oklahoma was different.
I don't like that.
They were always around. They were around. I think they just subbed with Texas these last couple of years.
Jamie, you want to refute this or want me to?
We were still around. Who could have been around?
She can barely say it. I'm telling you.
No, they're not because
No, they
Texas.
didn't take our spot. Sorry. They still lost to us.
No,
Don't care.
Oklahoma has what, 2 bad years? This is the second bad year.
They literally just did the same. All right, last time Oklahoma was in the playoff was with Jalen Hurts. Did they make the playoff that year?
Yeah. No, they almost did. They
Almost.
But
Last
still, they
time
were
they
a
were there,
legit
they were
team.
with
They were
Baker
a
Mayfield,
legit
and they
team.
did exactly what Texas just did. Lost the first round.
That Oklahoma team would beat the Texas team. I don't care what you say. They would.
That's fine. I'm just saying.
This Texas team.
So all right, I'll put that out there. I'll put that in the air for next year. This is the year we see. Well, Texas ain't gonna be in the Big 12 anymore, but we're gonna see who owns the rivalry as in relevancy when it comes to the polls.
I'm sorry, but also Texas, you just lost to a Pac-12 team. And granted, like I'm not disrespecting Washington at all. But if you want to be considered top dog SEC team, top 4 team, you don't let shoot 'em up offense hang up 37 on you. You find a way to make it hard. And they put up like 28 in the first quarter, in the first half. You don't let that happen. You find a way to and Michael Penix it looked like he could put up more points than he really did. It really did. You don't let that happen. You can find a way to coach around it. So I'm still on the thing about Texas, dog. I think for both, even this is, I'm sorry, I think it was a huge mistake by Oklahoma and Texas to leave the Big 12 and come to SEC, especially with this new format now. You know that Big 12 teams and ACC teams, if they win the conference in their top 4, they're automatic in. I think it was a huge mistake by them. I do.
We'll see.
She just had to sit there and take all the trash she was talking about. Her.
No,
I
I'm
mean,
sorry.
I can't say I'm not nervous. But we'll see. All right. What's next?
I think oh yeah, final predictions, I guess.
I don't have a prediction. I think it's going to be a good game. It's really unpredictable.
The Vegas has the line at
game.
Michigan -4.5.
I don't like that line. I don't.
I'm taking Washington with the points, baby. Go Huskies.
I can't
Washington +4.5.
This is
score prediction.
This is literally an Ohio State game.
My score prediction is 34-31. Washington.
This is literally Ohio State versus Michigan again, but I think this offense is not as well-rounded. Not this year, but like last year, because I'm not counting this year's Ohio State. Last year's Ohio State, they can throw the ball just as well, if not, I think better than Ohio State last year, but they can't run the balls effectively. And that's what makes me question them. Because like it don't make no sense like you to win college football games without not in college, football games without running the ball effectively. Because you got to. Like you just gotta run the ball effectively. Am I right? I mean, we all like in order to establish some sort of dominance or some sort of control. There's something about football is meant for you to push the man in front of you.
Yeah.
Not go around them. And that's the only thing I got questions. Of course, I think I'm gonna go Michigan, but Washington keeps a brother up at night. I was stressing for this Bama game. I'm pretty sure I'm doing the same thing as Washington. And I was stressing.
It's gonna be a good one. It's gonna be fun.
I'll probably fall asleep.
You don't have a prediction.
Score prediction? I'm gonna go same score. I'm gonna go 27-24 Michigan. They don't cover. I think I'm gonna say the special teams steps it up.
Well, you better hope.
No, they ain't got no choice. Listen, Jamie, they ain't got no choice.
Whoever Buddy was not getting on the bus if he would. If that would have went the wrong way, he wouldn't get on the
29. He almost lost the game on a safety as a punt. Jay,
he had more composure picking the ball up than when he was trying to catch it.
Why did he pick it up? I was like, dude, fall on it.
No, because he would have fell on it, he would have ended up in the end zone.
No, it'd have been
pick it up and step forward and then get hit.
Listen, if I'm telling y'all. You remember back in 2019 when I tweeted, "I'm no longer a Michigan fan. I'm an LSU fan." Remember that? And I was post pictures of Leonard Fournette jerseys and stuff. I'm dead serious. If we'd have lost that game, that'd have been it.
If y'all lost that game that way, that would have been so painful.
That'd have been it. Y'all
That would have been on the long list of just embarrassing, painful things that happened to y'all.
Y'all would have had to check in on me. You'd not to call me to antagonize, call me to comfort me and
Are you good, bro? You good?
Are you good? Because I would have not been okay. I'm telling y'all, what I went through yesterday. I'm so tired because I couldn't even go to sleep last night. My adrenaline was still pumping after that game.
That's crazy. Ooh.
Oh boy.
All right, let's get y'all a scripture of the day, of the week. I keep saying of the day. Please be a good one. Oh, wait, is it going? Ooh.
Malin, I would just like to point out there's still a chance that y'all make it to the playoffs, and that is
crazy.
It's
wild.
scary because that just shows how dysfunctional our division is.
It's awful.
Y'all have no excuse next week of why y'all shouldn't lose.
Listen,
I know we lost to the Panthers, but
I promise.
we're actually terrible. Y'all are actually all right.
If we lose, y'all will have to send a rescue team up to the tallest building in Charlotte.
Are y'all going to the game?
Yes.
Oh, really?
I promise.
Who y'all
We'll
face?
have to send the special forces.
Who do y'all face?
They're playing Panthers.
If y'all lose to the
That's
Panthers.
what we're talking about. If they lose, because if they lose and then we win next week, I think we'll be facing the Cowboys probably or the Eagles.
I'm calling it now. If Tampa Bay gets in, they're beating Dallas.
Wouldn't that be poetic?
I'm calling it.
That would actually be great, just because I would love to see Stephen A. that next day. That next week.
Start smoking that cigar.
Howdy.
It'd be so funny when he come in. He'd be like, "Oh, folks." The smile on his face is so evil.
Hey, he be so ready. He that's a real genuine smile. He'd be happy.
Yes, exactly. He not putting on a show. He actually that happy. Yeah, happy. What? It's still funny now, but it used to be real fun. When he first started doing it, it was extremely funny because he was dead serious how happy he was. Yeah, all right. Let me get
I know
this.
what's also. Oh, go ahead.
Proverb. We actually did this before, but it's a new year, so I'm gonna read to y'all something to keep you working. It says, "All heart," from Proverbs chapter 14 in the King James version, chapter 14, verses 23 through 24. It says, "All hard work brings a profit, but mere talk leads only to poverty. The wealth of the wise is their crown, but the folly of fools yields folly." So, therefore,
don't talk about it, be about it.
And that's on that. Like DJ Khaled said.
Don't talk about it, be about
let's go.
it. Don't be scared to
Let's go golfing. Don't bring out the ocean.
What?
You never heard him say that? He'd be like, "Tell them to bring out the old ocean. Let's go golfing. Let's go swimming.
Let's go swimming."
He'd be like, "Let's go golfing."
Man, throw back to him on Vine. He used to be, or Snapchat. Wasn't it Snapchat?
Snapchat. He was the first one to start doing those long stories.
His Snapchat stories used to give me life.
What was this famous one? Was it the key? I got the key. What was the famous one he said?
Oh crap! They don't.
That's what it was. He had the key to this, the key to that, all that.
Yes.
Follow me. Yeah, but follow me. Trust in me. I got the keys.
I got the keys.
And now he's just random. He's like an NPC, just randomly says stuff. Okay, let's close this thing out, y'all. It's been a good Tuesday, or excuse me, good Wednesday. All right, y'all already know how we do this. Good recording session. Come in next week. You're going to see all of our reactions because very well I could be sad. Jamie could be sad. The only person probably going to be happy right now is Tarri because they didn't clinch. No, AFC. So,
Come on, man.
anyways, we'll see y'all next week. Until then, peace and have a happy New Year.
Bye. Horns down always.
Go Dogs. Hold on. It started too early. Now say it.
I said I'm more afraid of Jalen Milroe than Carson Beck.
Oh my God.
You want to
Go
hear
look
what?
up Carson Beck stats. Go
You
look up
wanna
his
hear why?
passing yards per game. Go look up his total yards. Go look up his touchdowns. Go look up
Let
his
me
touchdown
finish.
interception ratio.
Let me finish.
My boy played himself into the first round this year.
You gonna let me finish?
We got a first round quarterback. Y'all don't.
Oh, whoa! I don't know about that. Carson Beck not better.
Bro, Carson
Yeah,
Beck
that-
is definitely better than JJ.
That ain't what I saw.
Definitely.
Hey, who won the game? Who won the game?
We didn't play y'all.
Carson
We didn't
Beck
play y'all. We didn't play y'all.
folded when it came to Georgia.
We didn't play y'all.
Alabama. He folded. Who
We didn't
did?
play y'all.
Doesn't matter.
Who
It's
Any
the
won
given
first
game
time
that
y'all
time?
haven't
any
folded.
given
Don't,
Sunday.
hey, get off your high horse now. Get off your high horse. This is the first time y'all
Well,
haven't folded.
you let me talk. Can you let me explain though why? I'm not saying that Carson Beck's not a better passer, but I think in today's game, you're more of a threat if you can run.
I understand that part, but
So that's why I said I'm not saying he's better. I'm not saying that Jalen Milroe is better. I'm just saying that Jalen Milroe scares me more than Carson Beck. I can game plan to start. I can easily stop Carson Beck.
no, you can't.
With a better game plan, you can. Because Jalen Mills just broken plays.
Because our run game would have been stout. So our play action pass would have just been carving y'all.
No.
Like Coach P used to say, I'm picking them apart, coach. I'm picking them apart.
It's not about design QB runs I'm worried about. I'm worried about him when he drops back and he sees nothing and he steps on the pocket and he goes because he ate y'all alive doing that. You see what I'm talking about? That's what scares me. That scares me.
Anomaly.
Huh?
That was an anomaly.
Jackson Daniels a what?
Anomaly. That wasn't supposed to happen.
Is that your response? Do you have a response to that?
I'm just saying.
But you see, it wasn't that bad of a take.
We played Bama 5 times. I think we win 3.
All right. We're going to clip this and put it at the very end. So.
All right, boys.
All right, Fred. Bye now, y'all.
That's too easy. You never heard of me?